Hello, welcome back to another episode of The Light, a truth paper, a free online paper. It's a monthly paper, the link to which will be in the description. So today we are reading this article, Smart Technology, is it as safe as we're told? This is on page 9. This episode may be on YouTube, but once I've read it, I think that YouTube may censor it. I will instead put it on brand new tube. So some of the articles are on brand new tube rather than YouTube. But my username of both is the same. Okay, so this is episode, I think, 14. Okay, so Smart Technology, is it as safe as we're told? This is written by Matthew Reynolds. Let's zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Matt Hancock, MP, memorably stated, "We are fighting against an invisible enemy." He was referring to the coronavirus, but is it possible that electoral smog, something we cannot see, but that permeates our environment 24/7, could be having serious effects on our health? EMF radiation from wireless technology is now ubiquitous in our modern world. Eminent international scientists have persistently stated concerns, documenting and listing the effects of EMF on human health. Numerous peer-reviewed scientific studies indicate links between radiofrequency radiation and rising levels of modern illnesses, including cancer and various neurological disorders. On February 4, 2020, Public Health England updated their guidelines, but only on mobile phone safety. Their recent advice, especially to children, is to keep phones away from the body and to text rather than call. They even referred to former UK Chief Medical Officer Sir William Stewart, who has been warning of the risk to health from RFR since 1999. Within mobile phones themselves, there are safety warnings hidden away in the settings, legal information, but how many people are aware of that? Campaigners accept that this is one step in the right direction, but it is still inadequate to protect populations from escalating levels of RFR. Two recent multi-million-dollar studies from the US and Italy show clear evidence of a link between RFR and tumours. The World Health Organization, the WHO, whose stance focuses only on heating effects from mobile devices, completely missed the point of what is happening in our everyday environment. Independent international experts say that the increasing emissions from phone masts, as well as the addition of many small cell antennae as used in fifth generation technology, that's 5G, are a serious health hazard. They expose us to low intensity, i.e. non-thermal levels of RFR. It is well known that weak RFR could cause all sorts of dramatic non-thermal effects in body cells, tissues and organs. Whilst there is less body penetration from higher millimetre wave frequencies, any penetration into the body is a serious matter when they are proven adverse effects to vulnerable soft tissue. The testes, sweat glands, peripheral nervous system, immune and cardiovascular systems. As the UK guidelines do not cover either long-term exposure nor the above-noted low-intensity effects, they are inadequate to protect public health. Furthermore, the 2018 European Commission Scientific Committee on Health, Environmental and Emerging Risks, that's SHEER, lists 5G electromagnetic radiation as an emerging risk to public and environmental health. Vested interests? Should we be asking why successive UK governments choose to accept radiation levels set by a small private group, the International Commission on Non-Ionising Radiation Protection? Its guidance has varied little since 1998. The International Commission on Non-Ionising Radiation Protection continues to the present day to make the same assertions, in spite of growing scientific evidence to the contrary. Moreover, it appears that the regulators have deliberately excluded the scientific evidence of harm. Their hypothesis that any dangers would only result from thermal effects is at best out of date. The ICNIRP have been repeatedly exposed as having ties to the telecom industry. Meanwhile, Lloyd's of London exclude any liability coverage for claims, directly or indirectly, arising out of, resulting from, or contributed to by electromagnetic fields, electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetism, radio waves, or noise. Is the desire for profit blinding decision makers to the true facts? In the opinions of many publications that give clear evidence of industry capture, it is. History repeating itself. In the 1930s, scientists were aware that asbestos caused cancer, and many companies were aware of the connection between asbestos and cancer. However, as late as the 1970s, household products made of asbestos continued to be sold, and, tragically, research was altered to hide these findings from the public. Is the asbestos story repeating itself, with companies avoiding facing the truth about the threats caused to human, animal and plant life caused by EMRs, especially 5G? What action is being taken? Excuse me, just have a drink. Legal cases that identify harm are being won, and some of the facts are being recognised by governments. On December the 20th, 2020, a Dutch court ruled that an increase in health risk cannot be ruled out even at exposures of 1 V/M, which is well below the government's safety ICNIRP guidelines. Similarly, the Court of Turin has found ICNIRP cannot be trusted. The Brussels Environment Minister declared last year that she would not allow her citizens to be guinea pigs to an untested technology, and Switzerland has placed an indefinite moratorium on 5G due to health concerns as a precautionary measure. Increasing numbers of concerned citizens across the world are lobbying their local governments, and with some success. Installing 5G's untested beam-forming technology without consent is a clear violation of human rights. Any successes? Activists have stopped 56 5G masts in Bristol and London, although not on the grounds of pollution, only on visual and technical matters. Wells and Somerset and 8 other towns across the southwest voted against 5G. This council has a responsibility to protect the public and environment from exposure to harm, albeit unpredictable in the current state of scientific knowledge, and therefore opposes the rollout of 5G in the parish of Wells City Council, based on the precautionary principle, until further information is revealed. Experts raising the alarm include Frank Clegg, former CEO of Microsoft in Canada, and the highly respected scientists and medical doctors who have called for a moratorium on the rollout of 5G. We, the undersigned scientists, recommend a moratorium on the rollout of the 5th generation 5G for telecommunication until potential hazards for human health and the environment have been fully investigated by scientists independent from industry. 5G will substantially increase exposure to radio frequency electromagnetic fields, on top of the 2G, 3G, 4G, Wi-Fi, etc., for telecommunications already in place. RF EMF has been proven to be harmful for humans and the environment. And there's, in brackets, a link here, 5gappeal.eu. The 2018 European Electronics Code, now transposed into UK law, requires competent authorities to reconcile the health and environmental risks. Matt Hancock has yet to establish who they are. Court action is being pursued by www.actionagainst5g.org, led by Michael Mansfield QC. This case is very much needed, as 5G masts are currently being erected at speed in the UK. The government is failing to act on the evidence and is ignoring public opposition. What can we do? Please support the court case by donating at actionagainst5g.org. Please connect with local campaign groups via stop5g.co.uk and rfinfo.co.uk. One person can make a difference and everyone should try. That's a quote from Robert Kennedy. As the Dalai Lama says, if you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Okay, thank you very much for coming and listening. I hope you found that interesting. And I will probably upload this article onto YouTube because I don't think it's that controversial. Fingers crossed. Okay, thank you very much, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially share, please. The more people that know about the light, the paper, regardless of whether they listen to me reading it or not, that's irrelevant. But the more people who know about the existence of this paper, the more people are going to be helped and guided into becoming more aware of what may be transpiring behind the scenes in the world. So thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.